It's so pretty, but it loves my fingerprints. Alrighty guys, so today we have ourselves the Node 804 by Fractal design. This is a MicroATX computer case, and this puppy has two compartments in it. This is optimized for airflow and for space, and you're going to see exactly what we mean when we get inside. Alright, so getting here out of the box, you're going to see we have an instruction manual, user manual, whatever you want to call it. Then we have some hard cell foam, not exactly my favorite, but it did arrive in one piece. There are no dings on the box, no dings on the foam for that matter, no cracks, nothing. So it's all together, all safe and sound. So diving in here on the front, you're going to see we have the Fractal Design logo here, a nice brushed aluminum front bezel right here, some airflow mesh right here for some fans that will be able to be installed through the front here, the front bezel, through the back of the front bezel, that is. And as you can see here on the side, we have ourselves USB 3.0, two of them, your power button, your microphone and headphone jack. And then, if you can just see, conveniently stashed right here is a slim optical, well, not a drive, but a port, rather, so you can put in a slim optical drive behind the bezel here. So you want to have yourself a really nice HT PC, a home theater PC, which isn't just going to be for content viewing, but maybe you want to do some gaming on a big screen in the living room, and you need some CDs now and then for DVDs, Blu-rays, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to install behind this. This is very discreet and very, very, very nice. So as you can see, we have a nice big fat window here to see all your guts, all the innards, all the porn, if you will, of the PC itself. So you put yourself some lights in here, put yourself some really badass hardware. You'll be able to see all of it in all of its glory. Right? Oh, totally ripped it wrong. Well, let's try this again. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not having a whole lot of luck with this. Nope. Oh, okay. We're gonna get into the inside, and as you can see, nice and spacious. You got a CPU cut out. You have your 120mm fan here included, another 120mm here included in the front, and you have an option of, well, swapping these out for whatever other fans you want, obviously. But on the other side, when we get to the second compartment, you're going to see that you can swap a 140 versus a 120 back there. We'll see you have some room here for other fans, some SSD mounts down here for two of them that I can see. You have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCIe expansion slots. You do have room for what looks like another fan up here underneath the included top front bezel fan here for another 120, looks like. And it seems all the fans are nice and braided black, so it's going to match your interior for that matter. And that's very nice that they Fractal Design included that. Here is all your innards, your inner connections for your USB front USB, USB 3, HD audio, all your power button and lights and whatnot, all nice and black to match. Now you also have included a fan controller, which is powered off of one SATA power connector, so just make sure you have one handy for that. Everything is black for the most part up until you get to the top of the cables itself, up to the slightly visible PCB, which you're gonna see in a moment now. You can see that it's exposing some of the red wires, which, you know, may or may not be an issue for some users. If you want a, clean black aesthetic, continuity, uniformity in your aesthetic in here. And also the PCB is green, which I wonder why they couldn't have just opted for a black PCB, or maybe, if anything, moved it to the back compartment and just kept it out of view. And maybe just made the cables for the fans themselves a little bit longer, because the power supply in that second compartment is going to go back there anyway, so it's going to get its power regardless. So here we have the back. Here you see the other two included fans, both are 120s, but here on the left hand side by the other compartment you have a option to put a 140mm. This will be your power supply mounting area right here. And essentially now we're just going to dive into the second compartment so you guys see exactly what I mean by optimized for airflow and optimized for space. So here you have your plethora of drive cages here at the top, and all these trays are removable. They don't feel too rigid, but I'm sure once you actually get some drives in here, they're going to be adding to the rigidity, the structural integrity of these cages. They do have some rubber mounts here for vibration dampening, if you have some noisy drives by any chance. And down here you have some Velcro, which is going to help for your cable management, keep all your cables nice and secure. And then here is your power supply mounting area with some nice rubber feet to help with vibration and just will really protect. You know, you don't want metal just sliding around and scratching around on either the case or the unit of the the PSU itself. Back here up to the top, we have another mount for a fan just tucked right over here by the hard drive cages. And it seems you can put two. Yeah, you can put two more here. So that's going to be a total of 4 fans for the front. 2 on the left hand of the front, left hand side of the front, and then 2 more on the right. Now, as far as the top is concerned, you certainly have more mounting options for fans. As far as radiators are concerned, I wouldn't doubt, I mean, don't take my word for it, I don't currently have any 240 or 280 millimeter radiators, closed loop water cooling units that test this, but it looks like that they may be an option. And if not, you can remove the white drive cages and install some more fans just in general. Maybe you can install some low profile fans and still keep the drive bays in there, but we'll have to see about that. It looks like 120s to me, but that's certainly going to be something I'd like to try in the future and then update you guys on. So guys, in conclusion, is this a nice case? You're damn right it is. It is optimized, again, for airflow, space. I mean, the fact that they separate the 2 chambers, so you have your power supply on one side, all your goodies on the other. You're not going to be subjecting your main hardware to extra heat from the power supply. The power supply is going to be nice and frozen, basically nice and cool, while it's over there by itself being filtered from underneath and getting all the fresh air it needs without any interference from parts over here. That's going to help with cable management. It's going to help with aesthetics, if aesthetics is really important to you, especially that it has a window. And just overall neatness. You're not going to have, I don't see this case as being any problem setting up in at all. I mean, a few little things like I pointed out, the sleeved cables here for the fan control that could have been sleeved a little bit further up to the top, or the PCB that could have been black, or even just moved to the outside altogether. And actually, however, I forgot to mention one thing. For the fan controller, you actually have your little switch back here at the top for high, medium, and low. So that's going to undervolt, or I would assume that high is actually the normal voltage of your fans, whatever fans you are using, and then you want to go ahead and undervolt to slow them down, either for, well, more than likely less noise. If you want as much airflow as possible, then whatever fans you do have on the controller, you're going to want to keep them all on high. So as far as hardware is concerned, I do not see even the longest of graphics cards being an issue. Granted that maybe if you don't put a 120mm fan, an extra fan here on the bottom left-hand side of the front bezel, so maybe that may interfere, but I don't see that because there's so many cards on the market that honestly, I'm pretty sure most of them are going to fit in this case, but just be sure of the card's dimensions. Right now, I don't currently have any extremely long cards, like a triple slot, balls to the walls card to test in here. However, just by eyeballing it and of all the systems I've built throughout the years, I don't see this as being an issue. I see there being plenty of room in this case. So my impressions of the case, like I said, great case to build in, great airflow, great space, usage of its layout. I mean, it's a very smart design. Cube cases seem to be the fad nowadays, and Fractal Design has certainly made their mark in the case market with this, well, with this style. It's great. I'm certainly going to be building into a system into this case very soon. If you guys would like to see that build, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe button's over here somewhere. So aside from the small, few gripes that I had about the case, the fan controller and maybe the fact, I mean, many cases with brushed aluminum suffer from this, fingerprint magnet. Just be careful. And this one seems to be fairly easy to clean. Even when I do get fingerprints on it, you don't really see it. I touched it like crazy. And right now you don't see it, because luckily it's easy enough to clean compared to other cases that have the same aesthetic. So guys, yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know below what you think of the case, and if you have the case yourself, and you're watching this video anyway, let me know what you think of it. What's your experience thus far with this case. Fractal Design does care about your feedback, so go ahead and leave some below. So see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. I don't know, should I just, oh God, what in the fuck? Fuck off.